I got news about the shooting in the Colorado theater, and I know now they're calling for a major weapons ban and all this type of stuff, or going to try, I imagine. I just want to point out something that, there's a lot of things that are going on in the United States that are killing people left and right, and a lot of it's coming from doctors, pharmaceutical people, and psychologists. They're a bunch of quacks. A lot of them are. A lot of them are. Now, some of them are good, but most of them aren't. They're all profit motivated. But in reality, we have many, many, many more times the amount of people killed each year by hospital and doctor mistakes, pharmaceutical drugs. If you add all these numbers up, they go way over 100,000. Vietnam War killed 58,000 people over the entire war. But we have more coming out through just that we know of, because actually, if you the figures would be much, much, much higher if you took away a lot of the pharmaceuticals and people were treated with, natural things, healing the body through nutrition and even microelectricity. The death toll would be greatly decreased, and actually life would be greatly extended. Productive life, not where you got to be pumped up on medicines left and right for like 8 million years just to stay alive and be a nice revenue stream for the pharmaceutical industry. Actually, most of the long-lived people in this world never see a doctor or a pharmacist ever. A lot of times they might live in even Russia, Russian borscht, Bulgaria with yogurt, and Japan, with their natural diet, and certain islands in Japan too. Now, the AR-15, this is a girl holding a Hello Kitty version of the AR-15. I guess this would be the next way to make the AR-15, because if they got to get around something, they have to come out with the Hello Kitty version of the AR-15 to make it look more benign to the public. Because if you paint this whole thing black, all of a sudden it's an evil, sinister weapon, right? In reality, you could take the World War II M1 Garand, and it's just as dangerous as this weapon easily, because you can load it up even though it's 8 shots and it loads from the top. It loads up a lot faster, and it's a hell of a lot more powerful. So, I just want to point out that there's actually a number of people out there killing a lot more people than they are with guns, and they're walking around as degreed individuals that are very highly educated, that are charging people lots of money to be poisoned to death, and a lot of times their name is doctor. So, nothing's being said about that, and of course they got the solution is, universal mandated government health care, right? That's depopulation control all the way. I mean, that's what's going on there. So I want people to actually get behind some of this stuff, and the word of the day is non-compliance. Non-compliance, to hell with it. Any way you can get around the system, go ahead, do so. That's the way I look at it. That's the way you really got to fight the power. A lot of times in these other countries, in Asian countries and stuff, they got a lot of laws on the books about different things, but it's all how they're enforced. And that's even how it is in the United States. But, everybody in the United States is becoming such a rule freak, and, they become just like the Germans were in World War II or before. They report everything, and they're like, you can't, this is really well known up in the Northeast too, big time. Bunch of non-freedom loving morons up there. I'm being from there, I know how that deal is. But a lot of people do not see the forest because they're looking at the tree bark. A lot of their freedoms are being eroded left and right. Gun control, I don't believe in that garbage at all, because the way I look at it, you could be standing in line in a supermarket and somebody could pick up a pair of scissors off the aisle, right, and stab you in the back, right, and it wouldn't make no noise, right, and there's the weapon, or they could take the pair of scissors or pruning shears, wait till you're in a remote part of the supermarket, stab you, rob you, and then walk away. Most people do not commit crimes with these weapons at all, but they're just looking to make them, illegal. And there's absolutely no way you can actually outlaw a knife. And even look what happened in the UK. They outlawed a lot of guns and stuff like that. I mean, all somebody's got to do is take a leaf spring out of the car, and they got a great spring steel. They can make a fantastic machete out of it, right? So there's nothing you could do about it. And if you want to kill somebody, just become a doctor. You could do it legally. You can make all kinds of money, and you can have a high stature in the world. I mean, that's really what most of them are about. I know there's some good doctors out there, but there's not too many. Most of them are damn all about money. So I want to make my comment about this stuff about the AR-15. I guess if the next version's going to come out with this stupid law, we're going to have the Hello Kitty version of AR-15 to make it look nice to the public. Flowers, a little kitty on there, pink and white. Cute, right? There we go.